Happy summer solstice. I'm spending my summer solstice in my apartment with a broken AC. It is so hot in here. It's like 91 degrees outside, which means it's currently 77 degrees in my apartment because this thing is broken. Heat wave in New York happens. What happens? My AC breaks. Anyway, happy summer solstice. It is June 20th and I haven't vlogged since the eclipse. I got a fun one, I think, planned. So basically, here's what's gonna happen. Tonight is the start of a 3-night run of one of my favorite bands or electronic groups, ODESZA. They're playing 3 nights at Madison Square Garden this week. They're playing tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night. I'm going tonight and tomorrow night. I originally bought tickets just to go tomorrow night with my girlfriend Tegan. I got really good seats, and then I was just like, man, I know me, I'm not gonna wanna go just the one night. I have to go more than one if it's an option. So I got kind of like nosebleed, kind of further back seats for tonight, for me and my buddy Frank, who you're gonna meet later on. So I'm going tonight with Frank, and then I'm going again tomorrow night with Tegan, and then Saturday morning, early Saturday morning, I'm getting on a train, and I'm going upstate, home to the Adirondacks, all the way up to Saranac Lake in the North Country. I'm gonna DJ at a rave. Back in February, my friend Ben threw a rave for his birthday in Saranac Lake at this place called the Garagery, and he asked me if I wanted to open for him, so I ended up opening for him. I played an hour house set. It was super fun, and it was super successful. A ton of people showed up. We packed the house. It was a super fun night, and we were like, oh, we gotta do this again. So we're doing it again this Saturday. This time there's 4 people DJing, including myself. I'm going later in the night, which is super exciting, playing a little bit of a darker house, deep house type of set. I just thought it'd be really fun because I'm going to 2 nights of ODESZA at Madison Square Garden, then immediately going upstate, and I'm gonna DJ at a rave that we've had planned for several months now. So yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna take you along with me through the whole journey. We're gonna leave the apartment soon because it's way too hot in here, and this is just not a fun place to be. Let's flash forward to me going outside in this beautiful weather that we're having on the first day of summer, and I might walk to MSG, we'll see, I don't know, but here we go, it's gonna be a fun one. There she is. MSG, baby.
These are the chips.
These are the chips.
These are the chips for the show.
For me?
Poor guy. We would say ODESZA.
ODESZA.
In Ibiza, we say ODESZA. And we have a liquid. We're good.
Take a sip of the liquid.
Take a sip of the liquid and we watch it.
Okay, blackout.
Wow.
I've got to say, I've got one thing to say and one thing only. That's wow.
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 Oh, sick. Wait, I love that. And the credits roll. Here I am outside my apartment. Can't believe I'm doing this for a second night, but I am. So tomorrow, day 2. Stay tuned for that. Cheers. Here we go. Night 2. Right next to the Empire State Building. Whoa, it's the world's most famous arena.
This version of you.
We are back, if you can believe it or not, like 7 hours later. Except we're not going in there today. We're going over there, over to Moynihan Train Hall, which is behind Madison Square Garden. Okay, so obviously I'm not in New York, I'm in Chicago right now. This trip just happened to happen pretty much directly after the weekend up in Saranac Lake. So a lot happened, and I thought it'd be a lot easier for me to explain it this way, because when I was going up there, so many things went down that I couldn't even like record it because I was stressed out. Time was moving so quickly, I just didn't even have time to like get my phone out. So I thought it'd be easier for me to like explain it with like some visuals so you can see what was going on while I explain what was going on. So, okay, so I'm in my hotel room now in Chicago. We're gonna shoot tonight. Basically, here's what happened. So I took the train upstate. I got into Albany around 11:30. My dad picked me up, and then we drove from Albany through Saratoga all the way up to our cabin in Chestertown. And then once we got to Chestertown, I like hung out with my parents for a little bit, caught up. We had lunch, which was super nice. And then I grabbed my grandpa's truck, which has been the car I've been driving pretty much since the beginning of this year. And I make the hour-and-a-half trek from Chestertown all the way up to Saranac Lake. And I got there around 5 o'clock on the dot, which is when my friend Ben was like, we're gonna do sound check at 5 and finish setting up at 5. And I was like, perfect, I'll be there by then. So I drive all the way up. I stop at Stewart's, which is like the gas station / like general store of upstate New York. And I run to the bathroom. I'm in there for 5 minutes. I come out and I go to start my truck up, and it just doesn't start. Like it just clicks and nothing happens. The first thought is, oh, I need to jump. Like left the lights on or something. I don't know. So I text Ben. I'm like, hey, can you come to Stewart's? I need you to jump my car. He's like, yeah, no problem. I'll be there in a little bit. I just want to finish setting up. And I was like, sure. But then I got more concerned as time passed. And so I tried to start it again. And then I saw that every time I tried to start it, the little engine light would like flicker. And then that got me really worried because I thought, oh no, like it's a problem with the engine. It's not a battery issue, because the battery turned on. I kept turning on the truck and the lights would turn on, everything would turn on. And I was like, oh, this isn't a battery issue. This is like an engine issue. And that's when I got concerned, because I don't know anything about cars. My first thought is, all right, well, I'll open up the hood, just get ready for Ben to come and jump me if that's what it's gonna be. And of course, then somebody comes up to me, sees the hood open and goes, oh no, like what's wrong with your car? And I'm like, I don't know, like it won't start. And he goes, oh, it's your starter solenoid. And I was like, okay, I don't know what that is. Your starter's not working and you're gonna have to bring that to the shop. Like you can't really like just fix that by yourself. And I was like, okay. And he's like, well, there's a body shop down the street. And he's like, they close at 7, so you better get there. And I was like, with my broken down truck? Like, sure, yeah, let me just drive over there. But then this other guy drives up in this big Ram truck. And I'm like, okay, maybe he can help me. He came up and he was like, what's wrong with your truck? And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I think it's the starter solenoid. I don't know, that's what the other guy told me. And he goes and he just like takes a look and he's like, and he wiggles the wire that's connected to the battery. And he's like, oh, the wire, you got a loose connection to your battery. Like, no big deal. He goes, start your truck and I'll wiggle the wire, it'll fire it. And I was like, okay. So I start the truck, he wiggles it, starts perfectly fine. Like, oh my God, I was so relieved. I was freaking out and I was like, thank goodness. So then I drive over to the venue and then we start to set up. We've made it to Saranac Lake and here we are at the one and only garagery. It looks like a pretty simple setup, but oh yeah, there's the garage door. But we're setting up right now. Let's go check out what's going on. Sick. A local by the name of Lisa went first. I had never met her before till that night, and let me tell you, she crushed it. Her set was awesome. Rick went after her, and last time we did the Rave in February, Rick went after me. So it was kind of nice to like switch it up. So he went first and he played more like a house, like tech house set. And then it was my turn, and I was super nervous because last time I played like a very strictly like house music set. I did a little bit of house music, but I did a lot of different things that I don't normally do, like some trap music, some bass house, a little bit of dubstep, like just, I was kind of all over the place. Check, 1, 2, hey! Wow. Look at all these beautiful people here in Saranac Lake, New York. Let's all dance, let's have some fun. I took the train up from New York City this morning to do this, so I'm super excited. Let's get it. So then Ben plays after me. Ben played for like an hour and a half. To finish out the night, me and Rick did a back-to-back set for like 30 minutes, which went somewhat okay. We mix very different styles of music, so trying to mix like my music with his music, just like it didn't blend, but it was fun. And at that point, people were just dancing and having fun, so it didn't really matter. But then the night ended. We went back to Ben's house. We had a fire outside, enjoyed the backyard, and then we went to bed. And then the next morning we got breakfast, and then we went swimming at Saranac Lake, which was like perfect. It was like the best way to like start the next day, like refresh before like having to get back down to the city. Jumping in the lake just like totally refreshed me. And then I made my way back to Chestertown. Can't believe it, but I was able to drive it to and from Saranac Lake, even with the scare with the battery. But all is good. We made it back. We're here. And now I have to head to Saratoga. I'm gonna have dinner with my parents and then go and get on my train in Albany and head back to the city. And then to just finish it off, my train was making really good time. We made it all the way to Yonkers. We got in an hour late, so around 11:15. And then I didn't get home until almost midnight. It's almost midnight and I'm finally back. My train was delayed by a whole hour. Between 2 nights back-to-back ODESZA at Madison Square Garden, and then getting up super early to get on a train to come upstate, and then drive all the way to Saranac Lake, play a rave until midnight, stay up until like 2 a.m., hang out the next day, and then slowly make my way back to the city and not get back until midnight. I mean, wow, like, what a trek. But to be completely honest, I would totally do it again. Even though I didn't get home till super late and I was very sleep deprived and tired and just like exhausted and whatever, I would 100% do it again. I think I always will. I just wanted to wrap things up here. I thought this was the best way to do it because there was so much to tell. Everything happened so quickly. I tried to record as much as I could, and then it was tough. Anyway, thanks for watching. This was super fun for me. Stay tuned for more videos. I got a couple more ideas coming your way soon, so bye.